Welcome to my channel Commerce Education. Today we shall discuss section 139 subsection 1, which deals with return of income. This subsection contains two clauses, clause A, clause B, and it contains 7 proviso and 6 explanations. This subsection states that every person, whether it may be company or firm, is required to file income tax return mandatorily 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 and every person other than company or firm is required to file return of income is if his total income or the total income of any other person in respect of which he is assessable exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Proviso of this subsection states that the person covered in B, that means clause B, who is not required to furnish return under this subsection and residing such area which may be notified by the board and who during the previous year incurs expenditure of 50,000 rupees or more for electricity or during the previous year fulfills any of the following conditions. What are the conditions? Let's see. He occupies an immovable property exceeding specified floor area, or he is the owner or lessee of motor vehicle other than two-wheeler, or incurs expenditure for travel to foreign country, or is the holder of credit card, or he is a member of club whose entrance fee is more than 25,000 or 25,000, more than 25,000 or 25,000. So he is required to file income tax return on or before due date. So first proviso states that the person covered in clause B who is not required to furnish return under this subsection and residing in area which is notified by the board and who during the previous year incurs expenditure 50,000 rupees for consumption of electricity or fulfills following conditions, or fulfills these conditions, one of these conditions, this person is required to file income tax return on or before due date. Now proviso, second proviso states that central government may specify class or classes of person to whom the first proviso shall not apply. So central government has power to specify class or classes of person to whom the first proviso shall not apply. Now third proviso states that every company firm shall furnish return of its income or loss of every previous year. So in case of company or firm, even if there is loss, they are required to file return within due date. Now moving forward to fourth proviso. Fourth proviso states that a person who is resident and ordinarily resident, here given resident other than not ordinarily resident, that means resident and ordinarily resident, a person who is resident and ordinarily resident and who is not required to file return under this subsection and who during the previous year holds any asset as a beneficial owner, the asset includes financial interest located outside India. Location of asset may be outside India, or he has signing authority located outside India, or he is the beneficiary of any asset located outside India. So this person is required to file income tax return. So the person who is resident and ordinarily resident and who is not required to file under this subsection but who holds an asset located outside India or has signing authority located outside India or who is beneficiary of any asset located outside India is required to furnish return within due date. Now we're moving forward to fifth proviso. Fifth proviso states that nothing contained in fourth proviso shall apply to an individual who is the beneficiary of an asset located outside India. If income arising from such asset is includable in the income of the person referred to in clause A of that proviso. Clause A of that proviso. That means the person referred to in if the income arising from that asset is includable in the hands of the person referred to in clause A of fourth proviso. So this individual is not required to file return of income. So fifth proviso states that fourth proviso shall not apply to an individual who is the beneficiary of an asset located outside India income arising from that asset is includable in the income of the person referred to in clause A of that proviso. That proviso means fourth proviso. Now we are moving forward to sixth proviso. Sixth proviso states that every person, it may be individual, Hindu undivided family, association of person, body of individual, or artificial juridical person, if his total income or the total income of any other person in respect of which he is assessable without giving effect to the provision 38 section clause 38 of section 10 or section 10a, section 10b, 10ba or section 5454 B, 54D, 54EC, 54F or 54G, 54GA, 54GV. Before giving effect to this provision, if the total income of those person or the total income of any other person in respect of which he is assessable, before giving effect to this section, or this section. This is one set or this one set. Or chapter 6a exceeds the maximum amount before giving effect to this section exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. So in that case they shall be required to file income tax return. Now we are moving forward to seventh proviso. Seventh proviso will come into effect 1st April 2020. It states that a person referred to in clause B who is not required to furnish return under this subsection and who during the previous year deposited an amount or aggregate amount exceeding 1 crore rupees in one or more current account, or has incurred expenditure exceeding 2 lakh rupees for foreign travel to for travel to foreign country, or incurred expenditure exceeding 1 lakh rupees for consumption of electricity. For electricity, this person is required to file income tax return on or before due date. Now we are moving forward to explanation. Explanation to this subsection states that motor vehicle means motor vehicles which has been defined in section 2 of Motor Vehicles Act. Now explanation 2 states that it defines it states about due date. Due date in case of SSE other than company, other than a person whose accounts is required to be audited, a person who is the working partner of a firm. So an SSE other than company, a person whose accounts are required to be audited, or a person who is working partner of a firm. So other than this person, the date is 30th September. In case of an SSE who is required to furnish return under section 32E, under section 32E, the date is 30th November. In case of a person other than company referred to in first proviso, in case of a person other than company referred to in first proviso, the date is 31st October. Explanation 3 in case of any other SSE, the date is 31st day of July. Now we are moving forward to explanation 3. Explanation 3 states about travel to any foreign country. Travel to any foreign country does not include neighboring country. Or such places of pilgrimage as notified by the board. Explanation 4 states about beneficial owner. Beneficial owner means an individual who has provided asset for consideration. The consideration may be immediate future benefit. It may be for himself or for any other person. Explanation 5 defines about beneficiary. Beneficiary means an individual who derives benefit from asset during the previous year, and the consideration for such asset is provided by any other person other than such beneficiary. So now we are moving forward to explanation 6. Explanation 6 states about banking company. Banking company means banking company which has been defined in clause I of explanation to section 269 SS. Cooperative bank means cooperative banks defined in clause 2 of explanation to section 269 SS. So this is all about the section. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.